Just doing a big shop. Well, here's something different. Just been doing a fair bit of shopping because we've got a guest on the boat. I'd like to introduce you to Lauren.
Hello, universe and YouTube. Thanks for having me.
So how long are you here for, Lauren?
Yet to be determined. Could be up to 2 months. Could be just 2 days. Maybe until the food runs out. I don't know.
And where are you from?
I'm from Colorado in America.
Backpacking in Australia.
Yeah. So I've spent some time in Western Australia, spent some time in Alice Springs. I've visited Darwin and Sydney, and now I'll get to see part of the East Coast from the boat, and maybe someday Tasmania as well.
Okay, so Lauren's coming aboard. She's going to give me a hand to get a bit further south, which will be great. And yeah, I guess I'll teach her as much as I can about boat life, which will be, I'll enjoy that as well. Anyway, welcome aboard, Lauren. And,
thank you so much for having me. Can't wait.
Definitely
I'm
be
so
a bit
excited.
different on the YouTube channel, that's for sure. Well, we don't wear skimpy bikinis. Hell, it frightens me when I take my shirt off. There's definitely no one pregnant here. This is motor sailing for old dudes. We do live on a boat and we do cruise extensively along the Australian coast. Join us and visit some great destinations. Learn how to look after a boat and live off grid. It might even get you enthused to do the same thing. Hey, stay out there till you can't. We left from Bruce's today. We're not going to be able to go to sea for another couple of weeks at least, but the boat from sitting still for so long, I think it's got a lot of barnacles on the prop, so we're going to go to Millionaire's Row, anchor up there, and we'll try and pick some slack water where we can dive on the props and give them a clean. I've got to change those anodes as well, so we might have to spend a day or two here getting the jobs done. Apart from that, everything else is going all right. Lauren's helming the boat really well. She's a bit of a natural at it, I think, so it's all good. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun having her on board. And woo. Okay, not a bad day here at the Pin. Anchored up, I've got Lauren on board. She seems to be pretty handy. She's really interested in learning lots of stuff, so yeah, it should all be pretty good. So while we're here, I'm going to dive on props, give them a clean, and I've got a couple of anodes I've got to replace as well, so I'll get the hooker unit out tomorrow morning. Big problem here is that the tide runs past pretty quick, so there's usually a knot or two in the tide. So we're just going to wait until slack tide tomorrow. It's around about 9 o'clock, I think. But we'll be set up. I'll get the hooker out and I'll jump down and do those anodes and clean things up a little bit. But we won't be able to spend much time in the water because you get washed away from the boat. Okay, cup of tea. This morning's chore is to replace these propeller shaft anodes. We usually do this when the boat's out of the water, but I'm trying to get the anti-foul to hang on for a couple of years this time, and the shaft anodes definitely need replacing, so I'm going to have to dive on them and replace them in the water. And what I'm doing now, I'm just waiting till the tide runs off a bit. We're waiting till it's nearly slack tide at high, and I'll get the hooker out and dive down and replace these shaft anodes. First thing I've got to do is find the right size key. Okay, job's finished. I had good intentions of filming what I was doing, but it was really hard here because the water's real murky. There's a bit of tide running, so we only had a limited amount of time, so I missed out. I couldn't get the prop shaft nodes off because it's that murky I can't see where the key's got to go into the little screw that you hold them on with. So I couldn't do that. I need some cleaner water, but I did give the props a good clean. They're nice and clean now, so if I keep them spinning, they should stay that way. Lauren ran the side of the boat and gave it a bit of a scrub up, which was good, and the anti-foul's looking all right. So yeah, hopefully we can make it last for another year or so. Well, pretty crook afternoon, lots of rain. We've filled up our water tanks and all of our washing buckets and our drinking water, so that's good, but gee, we really don't need all this rain again. This is the third lot of heavy rain we've had in about a month, I reckon, so maybe a bit more flooding going on.
How do we come down?
What do you think, Lauren? Good spot?
It's blowing me away.
It's windy. We've got probably 25, 30 knots of southeast blowing, and I've been having a real good think about it this morning. I've had a chat to Lauren as well because she's part of the crew here, so we've had a bit of a talk about it. I've made a pretty big backflip decision. I was going to head straight down to Tassie from here, but I'm having a lot of trouble getting any northerly weather this time of the year. There's no northers at all, and what there is very short-lived. So we have decided, or I've decided, but Lauren's helped, we're going to head north. I'm going to head back up to GKI. I think Lauren will enjoy it more because she's really into snorkeling and swimming and all that, and it's more conducive up there to doing that this time of the year. So I'll head back up to GKI. We're still going to Tassie, but we're going via Great Keppel Island. So we'll head up there, and then I'll probably dwell there until about August, September, then look for some weather to head down the coast. And I've got plenty of time to get down to Tassie, so I can get there when the northers set in. It'll make it a lot easier. It's just I don't want to punch weather. in our boat. She doesn't do it very well, and yeah, my life is really controlled by the weather, and at the moment there's just no northerlies whatsoever, so we'd be waiting here another 2 weeks, I'd say, before we get anything, and maybe nothing as well. So we'll get on a bit of the southeast, head north, go up and do GKI, and then we'll head south again in the season. Let's do it with the seasons. Fantastic. Okay, a bit of an early start this morning just to get a little bit of tide. We're heading back up the Bruces now that I've made the decision that we're going to head north. We're going to get organised, so we've still got pretty strong winds for another couple of days, but we'll go to Bruces, do some shopping, and get ready to head up into Moreton Bay. Well, we're off. We've made the decision that we're heading north. Lauren likes it. What do you like about going north?
I hope that we get to do some swimming and snorkeling in some nice, calm, clear, beautiful water with coral and turtles and random tropical animals in Australia that I've never seen before, and that we'll have a safe and relaxing voyage. what have we have here?
This is Normie spending money.
On what? Sailing costs money?
Motion lotion. That's full.
Yummy. Is there a proper way to do this? Is there a handle on here?
No, I think it's got a spring on it.
A spring?
Hold on. I think what you do is you just pull it this way a little bit. You want to get up in it. Well, we're having a great little motor sail across Moreton Bay. We're just going to cross the mouth of the Brisbane River. We'll head up the river and find somewhere to park there for tonight. But it's very handy having Lauren on board. She's very good on the boat, learns quickly, and very handy having her here to help me set this sail and obviously get it back in again later on. Well, this is our first trip heading north, and it reinforces my decision to head north instead of south at this time of the year, because we've got real trade wind weather at the moment. The wind's southeast coming from this direction, around about 15 to 20 knots. But we're on it, we're in front of it, we've got the sail out, we're picking up a bit of speed, we're zipping along at about 7.2, and it's just so comfortable. It's a very comfortable boat in these sort of conditions, and I guess that's why I've decided to head north instead of south while the trades are blowing. If we were trying to head into this, there'd be spray everywhere, it'd be uncomfortable, you'd probably be doing 4 knots, it'd be atrocious, so just not something you do. And look, whatever you do in a boat, you really can't beat the weather. The weather will beat you every time, so making the decision to head north in the trade wind season I think is going to be a good one. So this is our first trip. We're just crossing Moreton Bay. We'll go to the Brisbane River. Lauren's a bit keen to go out and dive on the wrecks at Tangalooma. Instead of me taking the boat all the way over there, it's a fair way up, she's going to jump on a ferry tomorrow and do the tourist thing, go over and dive on the wrecks. Then she'll come back and we might have a bit of a poke around Brisbane, give her a look at that as well. But then we'll be looking for a bit more of this weather to head further north, and it's pretty easy to find when the trades are blowing, this is probably the most common wind you'll find is a southeaster blowing at probably around 15 to 20 knots. So yeah, it's great weather to be heading north on, and I'm glad I've made that decision. I should have jibed the sail as we headed over behind Mud Island, but I chose to leave it furled up and we had a lot slower trip. We anchored in Boat Creek for the night. This will give us really good access to get Lauren onto the ferry tomorrow morning.